So there's the flesh tower that I was talking about. We're okay. Everything is fine. Everything is perfectly normal. The microscope and organic sampler sit against a bank of monitoring equipment that continues to tick and scratch as it quietly records specimen and sensor data. The condensation-drenched chalkboards are riddled with equations denoting chemical compounds, radiation spikes, growth rates, and a variety of other formulae. What am I looking at? Okay. Terminal. A terminal is mostly used for storing images and sending messages. Monitoring equipment. An anxious electronic purr radiates from a pair of seed trays, the whir of fans exerting themselves against the room's oppressive heat to protect the germinating specimens within. The specimen container was intended to hold a variety of plants for study. This one is empty, but a smattering of dried stains reveal it's held its share of verdant samples. Monstrous form. The pillar of floral cartilage enthroned atop a pedestal stands draped in a crown of mist. The malodor of dirt and fecal matter rolls off from it as a gangrenous bile seeps from its dew-drenched form. Gross. I feel like it's gonna try to grab me. Body parts. The cabbage patch of nightmarish and distended bulbs warble and shudder as they grow from a carpet of creeping flesh. Maw-like orifices ringed with toothed protrusions stand agape as if primed to slam shut on any wandering appendage.
This is beyond horrible.
I'm afraid there are worse sights to come.
How could it get worse than this? This cluster of nightmarish thorn sprouts push their way out from behind the specimen container, their engorged mass subtly throbbing. This preparation and observation room probably provides a welcome relief from the moist heat permeating its adjacent lab. A door that exits to the rear of the Omega lab and to the pod is tantalizingly close. It's a blocked entrance. A sample from, or similar to, whatever monstrous mutant has taken root at the center of the lab. The bright lights reveal a rubbery complexion the color of spoiled milk, while red markings decorate the interior. The heavy door is terminally shut, broken, or barricaded from the other side. Blocked entrance. So, a sealed door and a blocked entrance. Peeled formations creep across the floor, reminiscent of centipede-like plants. The remains of an excoriated chest are cradled by a mob of restless finger-like protrusions that block the doorway.
What is it?
Looks like spores coming off this thing.
Highly volatile, I'm afraid. You should stay clear, or find a way to purge the air.
I'd purge this whole fucking place if I could.
Language, Mark.
Should we just see what happens? We might get another death. That happened quick. Death 6. Human soup. Take a look. How'd I miss this? Below the cloud of mist lies dozens of knock-kneed, spongy forms, half-digested corpses, their jellied meat dissolved and congealed into a carpet of steaming biomass porridge. The rich aroma of decaying fruit wafts upward, pushing your stomach to the verge of revolt. I don't know what this is for.
You will follow us.
A what? Okay. We haven't checked the terminal.
And we
Hi. There's this again. Alright, okay. Let me jot some of this down. So, you won. I'm gonna...
give us the divine sustenance we need to survive.
Blue. Green. You won. Okay, that was that. Chaka lies. This is spam. Chaka lies. People, do you want the truth about the Transcendence chip? The church says the device will let you live on in the Nexus. But that's not true. Don't be fooled by their lies. Protect yourself and your body from Kane's deceit. Yellow leaf always, yellow leaf forever. Let's make the sensor up there. One of these days, the wallpaper's gonna have something. I want to take a look again. I'm gonna exit there. Is there anything else that I can do? Frozen decon terminal. Okay, got a valve. Why? Collecting broken off valves is not helping me because we're in a crumbling tin can at the bottom of the ocean. Well, I have it now, I guess. Let's go. Ooh, that's weird. What? What? Pile of rust. I pulverized the plaque, and all that is left is a little bit of iron dust, but I have no idea why I'm keeping it. Maybe I can throw it into the eyes of an attacker. Can I look at it under a microscope? No. What about the scrubber? Why do I have a pile of rust? What would I do with a pile of rust? Turn it into thermite? Can I add the dust into this? Yeah, thermite. Thermite warning, exothermic reduction oxidation redox when ignited. So I was right, we were making thermite. I admit I was hoping for something more explosive, but I'm happy as long as it does some damage and gives us a show. What do we do with the thermite? I feel like we need to give that to Charlie. Oh my god. Is this it? No. Wait a minute. This is different? Well, there's the 14. 1, 4, 6, 7. How have I not seen this before? Let me play this. They got here, but... their board looks different. There's a whole other part to it. Like I'm seeing that as well. Oh my god. Alright. I can't believe that. I tried wandering more and I thought it just blocked me. The bulkhead door has been left ajar by someone or something, unashamed by the death left discarded in the connecting room. I still don't know why their blackboard looked different than mine. Shower room. The Spartan shower construction bears the signature crude simplicity of prefabricated facilities. Nearly a dozen body bags have been lined along the shower ductboards, showing a level of care that contrasts sharply with the more chaotic and indulgent scenes of violence so far encountered. The shower room is silent but for the hum of fans and the occasional drip from a leaking shower. The body bags thankfully limit the fetor of death to the rusty tang of dried blood. The toilet bowl has been fouled by dark, cloudy fluids, the acrid stench, the lumpy consistency suggesting the remains of a voided stomach.
More bodies here. In bags. Stacked this time.
For disposal. Kane security forces.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
Washer area. A pair of brutalist prefab sinks, the metal stained and discolored by use. A malfunctioning screen depicts an idyllic view intended to inhibit sensations of crushing claustrophobia. The choice of the locale, peaceful shores of dry land, feels impossibly far away. I thought I saw something in my... that looking was collectible. I found that accidentally. Living with a vampire, I guess, is the one. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. So that was an accidental discovery. We'll check that in a second. Fans. A series of extraction fans line the wall, funneling treated oxygen throughout the facility. The door is sealed from the other side. A glance through the visor reveals a similar room cloaked in darkness. Product storage. Life support system. Okay, there we go. I recognize this shit. So it's a 4x5 grid. That's a toe tag. Oh wait. So, we had that red square, so I think we need to do it this way. So color this, 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 and can I put the toe tag in here? That has stayed the same. Okay. Embalmed corpse. The body was embalmed for long-term storage, most likely to prevent decomposition. Fungal growth writhes from within the corpse, slowly converting flesh into yeasty mush while emitting an odor of spicy coriander. Oh god.
You gotta be kidding me.
More of that plant-like growth. This is horrid.
Plants should not grow like this. The containment is quite volatile, yes.
But what is it? Something native to this undersea environment?
Precisely. Completely indigenous.
They were using embalming fluid.
Maybe trying to stop the spread of it. Careful, that stuff burns hot.
What, embalming fluid? Embalming fluid. In organic sampler, this fluid has the reek of something explosive. If we could find something to spark it as it came out.
Embalming fluid should work for fuel in the flamethrower and the slider.
Good work.
They'll burn out quickly though, so move fast.
Okay, I'm gonna pop over to Moses quickly though, because we have this code now. So, let me just get rid of all of this.
Alert. Atmosphere flush complete.
I did a good thing. The fire is out. I think that's where we came. Table. An operating table lies on the surgical lamps, barren but for smears of ash splattered over its Spartan surface. Intra-imager. This state-of-the-art imager is used to construct holographic impressions of patients. However, it is prohibited in most facilities due to the immense amount of magnetic energy it delivers, which has been known to bend and yank entire bulkheads from their housing. Who were they? Burnt bodies. A pair of charred corpses lie crumpled on the floor, a stifling odor of rotten advanced decay wafting upward. A couple of fingers have snapped off on the nearest body while its remaining hand is frozen in a clasp. The surface of the canister is bitterly cold, a furtive prod eliciting a dull slosh of liquid contained within. This canister has been torn open by shrapnel. Its contents exploded outward and over the room, draping it in sheets of finely powdered chemical. The storage boxes appear dilapidated though more recent damage hints at containers that have been pried open and pilfered. The privacy curtain is coated in cinders bearing a beard of prickly cremation dust. The PDA. Selaiah, I think, Priestess 9. Here we go again. After the initial shock, it's a wild ride of laughter, tears, and cravings. I'm a lousy parent. Why does Cain keep blessing me with children? To Liza Simpson, a thought occurred to me as the Cain Day celebrations came to a close. Patient 818386's fog of memories is like an amniotic fluid. He will be reborn and transformed by new knowledge, but not unlike our glorious father Cain. As I pondered this, a minor quake shook the mule. No one was hurt. Could this mean that he is a crucial step towards true ascension beyond the Nexus? I don't want to presume too much, but the area isn't prone to tectonic activity. No one can explain what caused the quake. I had a Jukka shake an hour ago, and now I'm literally crying from the pain. I've never suffered from acid reflux before this pregnancy, and now I'm wondering what other surprises may be in store. If this is a gift, then why does it feel like my body is rebelling? To Chocoboard, this is an encrypted message. Exalted Father on high, I received some interesting information from one of the staff, Dr. Liza Simpson, who approached me to discuss 818386, afflicted with an unknown ailment. For brevity, I have included a report written up by Dr. Haerfest, who was brought in to study the patient. In summary, it posits that 818386 has somehow inherited the memories. Dr. Simpson claims to have confirmed these reports personally. If there is even a shred of truth in all this, developing the means to transpose memories could have tremendous implications for the Church. It could pave the path to extending the lives of our venerable members and representatives and revolutionize how we teach and raise those within Cain family. I recommend that this research be prioritized, but we will proceed as you deem fit. Today at lunch, Yvette asked me if I was planning a baby moon. I pretended to be above such indulgences, but really I would love some time away to get comfortable with the reality of this child. Report excerpt Eyes Only, prepared by Dr. Haerfest and Anne Clara Daniels. Closer inspection of the microbial infection growing in patient 818386's brain revealed a wedge-shaped object implanted between the C1 and C2. The thing is cruelly manufactured, but the initial infection has spread from its piercing tip. I have liaised with Baron, and we are at loggerheads over how to proceed with this heretical matter. Our debates are made more challenging by my uncle's obvious glee at my condition. He always seems happier than I am about my fruitfulness, worthy of a priestess of Cain, and he uses praise to avoid responding to my arguments. What am I to him, really? What am I to Cain? Compounding my heterodox nightmare, the archaeology department reported that the cover stone that had been placed over the recovered human remains was carved at least 2,000 years before their death. The timeline of human achievement canonized by the Church does not permit for such an aberration. Were it not for the potential significance of PS-139, I would have shut down this entire operation a long time ago. Liza is now a participant in the dream along with 818386. She's been screaming for 7 days straight. I'm not sure if they are screams of ecstasy or pain, but I can't help envying the intensity of her experience. I can feel the iron hold of my incarcerator tighten as I struggle to free myself from its gestating grip. I wish to visit the Mother's Shrine on my next shore leave, but first I must repent for these thoughts. To Corben. Corben, I received multiple reports of staff suffering from hallucinations similar to what we've observed in 818386. We are not prepared for an outbreak. I recommend that the high security containment and quarantine procedures be enacted immediately, at least until we have a better understanding of the microbe. You are instructed to bypass Baron and have the team organized by Chaka directly. Despite the quarantine, the aerosolized form of PS-139 has spread throughout the facility. Is this the work of Yellow Leaf? We've locked down this mule quadrant as best we can. Dr. Moon managed to get the air filtration working. Then she said her oculars were glitching, and she had and she needed a special tool from her office. I haven't seen her since. It's harder to imagine this as a divine gift when the corridors are filled with screams. I've started seeing things, slivers of others' memories, flashes of violence. I've seen what the infection is doing to some of my colleagues, and I dread succumbing to it. Security is attempting to control the situation but failing. I alerted corporate earlier today, and they assured me that they'd send help. I can only pray to Father and Mother that they get here soon. Cain be with us. By the Mother, the security teams are killing everyone. The order must have come from Baron. Damn you, Corben. By the grace of Cain I managed to hide, but I hear gunshots echoing through the halls. Glory to the Mother, who protected and guided us as we took to the stars. Reverence to the Mother, from whose womb His Holiness was reborn. Supplication to the Mother, whose flesh sustains us and keeps us pure of soul. Exhortation to the Newman, who will guide us to paradise. Caution, magnetic resonance device should not be removed from this housing. So, hold on. Is it this way? Magnetic resonance device. It makes my fur stand up. ACBD. Melted rapid expanding foam canister. Charlie has a smaller one of these under her bed. I don't think that's what that is, Moses. Empty breast pump. It has a really weird straw. Okay. That's the last thing I was expecting to see. What was this again? Maybe that's Selaiah but younger. There's still something I need here. Can I use this? Let's see what Charlie has to say about the the thing that Moses says she has a smaller one. Melted rapid expanding foam canister. We're lucky that the valve melted in a way to keep the contents inside. We'll need to find a way to replace the valve before we can use this.
The valves melted off these canisters, but with the new one, the foam should release.
Hey, if it's dumb but works, it's not dumb. So now we need to find something to foam up or launch vertically. No kidding, I've seen these canisters launch a car 6 feet in the air. Can we use that with whatever we're trying to do out here with the Kraken thing? That in here, I think. Did we kill the maggot?
Oh, wow.
I felt that from in here. Are you okay? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm okay. I broke off the bow of the ship. It fell on top of that thing.
Inspired.
If it worked.
Okay, so does that mean we can go in now? Without getting Ed up.
It's... I killed it. It's dead.
Good.
You don't sound thrilled.
It was huge. It was... unique.
It was disgusting.
But it's still gone.
Warning. Energy reserves below 5%.
Oh, wow.
You will be too if you don't hurry.
Warning. Electrical intensification detected.
Super.
What does that mean? Pods. Clutches of pods dot the cave entrance, the tips of their ovoid forms glistening in the tunnel's fluorescent lights. Rock. Rivulets of natural rock snake down from the cave wall, in between which scuttle a variety of tiny long-limbed crustaceans. Scrubbers. More scrubbers. A swarm of deadly scrubbers squirms in the murky water. As water boils from the high heat generated by the electric shrimp, blue sparkles are emitted. The Alpha Base docking ring is tantalizingly close. Scrapped Rover. The Scrapped Rover bears various containers and sample extraction tools, its surface slowly succumbing to rust and deterioration. Numerous crab-like creatures strut atop the docking tube, occasionally snatching at minute ocean life drawn to the docking lights situated above. Algae and mucus. Algae. A wispy mane of algae and grit grows from the suit's exterior, swaying in time with
Looking at
the
a
water's
drone
current.
here. Twin prop.
Kitted for sample collection, looks like. Anything useful?
Don't know yet, Mac. Mucus. Thick webbed strands of mucus-like tissue carpet the floors and walls of the cave interior, crawling out from under the intruding tide of mud like a phlegmy weed. The diving suit presents its head as if submitting to execution. The containers are heavy-duty and sealed securely, likely intended to transport fragile or unstable equipment and material.
Something here.
Caution. Unfertilized scrubber eggs detected.
Huh.
Unfertilized scrubber egg. The electric swarm is probably waiting for a male to fertilize them. Okay, it's just, I thought that we were gonna have like a now kiss moment, but nope. We're not fertilizing the scrubber egg that way. Alright. A scrubber swarm.
Oh my god.
Pretty.
It's hazy on the camera. What is that?
Scrubbers. Like the one that melted the crane circuitry, remember?
And you said one by itself could fry your whole suit.
Yeah.
4% energy reserves remaining.
Are the scrubbers swarming?
Yeah. Around the docking ring.
Then you have a problem. Those are females. They are swarming because they have no males to copulate with. Working scrubber broods are always kept female. They're easier to manage.
They don't look very easy to manage to me. I wouldn't last 2 seconds in there.
Is there a way around?
No. That path is the only one that leads to Alpha Base.
Of course it is. There's more stuff to read. The containers are heavy duty and sealed securely, and likely intended. We read that. Discarded cargo. A vast collection of supplies lie discarded and unopened, either abandoned in haste or merely forgotten. Their contents spoiled a long time ago. Should we get burnt to a crisp?
Insane.
You wouldn't make it 10 feet in that.
No. But I can see the docking ring for Alpha. If I can get there.
3% energy reserves remaining.
And we're gonna get the cutscene. That was death 5. Didn't we get death? I thought we got death 6. Okay. No. Damn. I thought we just shoved the thing in there. We had that flamethrower. Let's go back to Mac, because I was trying to use thermite on the thing downstairs, so let's try the flamethrower instead. Same concept, different approach. Hell yeah, holding it feels like greeting an old friend. If anything ugly jumps at me, it will get a genuinely warm welcome. There we go. The flesh mount didn't like that. Did it calcify? What happened to it?
I hope you find peace. If not,
we
the
just-
Nexus.
It's gone?
Burned it. It's dead.
Thank God.
Spores are gone too.
Just burnt the whole damn thing. Can we get in there? Yeah, okay.
That's probably the door to Omega Base. Gotta get it open somehow.
It looks very much like a face hugger from Alien. Oh my god, and that looks like a chest burster. And that looks like a graboid. This doesn't take place in the Alien universe, does it? Is this just a nod? It's a pelvis. That's most definitely a face hugger. Weird. That was in the trash, I think. Half a dozen screens provide readouts of toxin and heat levels for practical experiments. In addition, these computers would offer controls to manage lighting, airflow, and temperature. Finally, this terminal is in charge of controlling access to the external Omega lab doors. And it's broken as shit. Omega door access locked from pod. Ooh, we got this. 1467. What did that unlock? Did that not unlock? It's determination from the other side. Can we look at this scrubber egg? Ooh. Need something over here, though. Are we gonna have to fertilize this egg somehow? I don't know what unlocked. No, because this is upwards. Oh wait, there was another door that was in the crew quarters, wasn't there? Crew, was that what it's called? Crew quarters? They're likely just done in that area. No, that's sealed too. Can't do that again. Oh, well, I guess it did open that up. Did it not accept the code? It must have, because... oh. Day 20 of quarantine. The situation here just got a lot worse. I've locked myself in the clean room. The organic mass has now expanded to fill the entire lab. It ate Forbes. That poor bastard made a food run, but didn't get past the front bulkhead. He was absorbed and digested. I couldn't watch. All of us were having headaches and seeing things. I suggested we burn it, but Gelman said like hell we are burning his friends when there is a chance Kane can reverse this process. I should be safe right here behind the observation glass. Well, I can't do anything else. Still don't know what this is all about. I don't think I need to be here. And Charlie's still stuck here. That swarm. How am I not able to exit this? Oh wait, what's this? Okay, and this... Alright. Alright. Winch. A motor attached to a winch, the mechanism controls the lift cable, allowing the basket lift to operate. The lab egress sits wedged between sculpture and rock as if the very terrain is attempting to burst it open. Skewered bodies. The bodies hang like cadaverous decorations. Well, I think I've read that from upstairs. Close contemplation of the carved armor reveals an unnerving quality of detail. The rough surface of the stone's texture begins to resemble the natural complexion of skin, while a network of folds and creases bear an uncanny similarity to veins. It's not a PDA. Corben Security. Tobias Crumman modeled Gen 2.0 personal android to Dave Gallagher. Company synth liaison. Kane Luna link successful. Memory wipe complete. Order received from Administrator SG. Uplink closed. From Stevie G. Corben, a new mission. My plastic friend to keep an eye on Gallagher. Report back. Internal diagnostic report. I have been paired with Dave Gallagher for his tenure on the Mule. He does not look upon artificial life kindly. Classic yellow leaf. The lab analyzed the contents of Master Dave Gallagher's stomach and found high levels of the peptide SSMTP, a toxin found in the venom of a Scolopendra subspecies. I am opening an investigation to determine where the toxin came from, and whether or not this was an attempt on Master Gallagher's life. I will not be alerting security personnel until they are ruled out as potential suspects. Traces of an arthropod exoskeleton were found in the meat grinder in Mess Hall 1. It belonged to the same species as the venom found in Master Gallagher's stomach. Chef Mason has been placed on leave from the Mule and dispatched to Deep Sea 15. All employees who had access to the kitchen are being questioned. Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Kabur was also spotted with Chef Mason around the time of the poisoning, but at this point there is no further evidence to suggest collusion. To Stevie G, encrypted. After noticing a considerable decline in my processing speeds, I ran diagnostics. I discovered large packs of encrypted files that were somehow hidden from my operating system. I don't know how my firewall was breached or what the files contain, but I am confident they were uploaded by Master Gallagher. How should I proceed? Encrypted to Stevie G. I tried decrypting the files using every known exploit, but to no avail. If Master Gallagher is Yellowleaf, as you suspect, then Corben is more vulnerable than we imagined. He probably intends to use me to transport the files since my clearance frees me from routine security scans. I will keep an eye on him. He could lead us to others. It's unlikely he's working alone. Internal memo. I am experiencing a recurring image stutter that overrides my optical receptors. Similar to what humans call a visual hallucination, it always ends with my hands around the throat of a man. He mumbles incoherently as he struggles for breath, and then he falls to the ground and goes silent. I am aware that the termination is justified even before Lieutenant's DVG tells me it is. I don't know if this is a malfunction caused by the file dumps or a glimpse into my life before the last routine data wipe. Maybe it's both. Encrypted to Baron, Deep Sea 15. Master Baron, Madam Selaiah has requested that I bypass your authority and discuss an urgent matter directly with Choga. The details are enclosed. Quarantine of the lower mule was characterized by rampant disorganization and impetuous rationale. Despite my invulnerability to infection, I have been locked inside the temple ruins by the Black Ops unit. Some others were also healthy when the doors were sealed, but unlike me, they will not stay that way. I overheard Master James tell Master Frick that he got an illegal eidetic memory enhancement before joining the mule team. If any Kane officers find these logs, investigate this data exploit vector. The Omega Lab is now a no-go area for human staff. Project Kitchen Knife is on the loose. Project Kitchen Knife. It has already consumed the Rygo specimens and most of the remaining Omega research team and blister techs, so I am leaving it as a temporary obstacle for the temple infestation. Is that the thing that is blocking Moe's? To be safe, I recalled the pod to the Omega Lab. I am switching to hibernation mode to conserve what little energy I have. I will awaken periodically to check on the situation. My synth skin is flexing uncontrollably. I need an oil bath and a defrag. Nothing to report. Nothing to report except screams heard from below. Starvation and cannibalism are assumed. Diverting security access to the Omega Lab to preclude access to the mule. Motion detected. Investigated. Nothing to report. My neutron power cell is nearly depleted. My gyro woke me up when it detected a position change. I am being dragged into the well. Limbs locked up. System error. Weird. Flow lights remain running despite the absence of staff and crew. The light illuminated the nearby walkways and infrastructure. Oh, it's shaky. The steel walkway makes a welcome change following the precarious wooden platforms, though the lack of railings remains a disconcerting observation. Alright, control panel.
Pod lift inaccessible. Docking procedure must be completed.
Think this pod will take me down to where you are, Charlie?
Oh, another lock.
Yeah. Have to get it off somehow.
Alright. Okay, it's squirty.
Children should not drink this.
I really wish I hadn't seen that.
So that's a breast? It looks like mint soda, but tastes like bean curd. Moe's, don't drink it. Wait a minute.
An interesting stratagem, my friend.
Should I shut this now? And now how do I get out of here? And now use the hydrophone. Oh. I just saw it. I guess we need to keep that door open. Oh, the door shut on its own. Oh, can I not access it anymore?
Got it. Moses got it. I trapped it. It is not scary now.
Well played, Moses.
I am a very smart bear now.
I am not feeling very smart tonight. I'm feeling more lucky tonight. Lucky, and also I did need help. But it's only because I didn't realize there was a whole other section that I didn't look at. Or couldn't get to. Okay.
You are in sample analysis.
Sample analysis. Terminal. The terminal is mostly used for storing images and sending messages. Another PDA. Control bank. Rows of sparking control panels line the wall, bedecked in a variety of readouts, dials, and switches. None seem operational. The bulkhead has been fastened shut. Tendrils of greenery spill out from the contained habitat, worming through the edges of the glass and creeping across the screen like a procession of caterpillars. There's more of those centipedal things. Is that a scrubber? Is this important? Oh, there's this. That's just A1, 2, 3, 4. XXC1. Note to self, start with A1. Okay. Spam. Dearest Peter Marshall, it's time to take action. Gather the necessary tools and materials for this procedure, including gloves, sterile gauze, skin glue, tweezers, a magnifier, and a local anesthetic to numb the area. Use your fingers to locate the small irregular bump at the bottom of the skull and clean the area with a disinfectant solution. Make an incision at its base. Once the Transcendence chip has been exposed, carefully grip it with the tweezers and gently pull it out. It is essential to be careful and avoid pulling too hard, as this could cause damage. After removing the interface, clean the area with sterile gauze and a disinfectant solution. Finally, apply skin glue to the site to protect it from infection. You can now think and act freely. Join us in the fight for pure humanity. Yellow Leaf always, Yellow Leaf forever. We're zooming in on this thing. Okay. Dr. Drysmian Haerfest, Chief Medical Officer. Report confidential. Patient 818386 has been in my care for 10 days. He exhibits the classic symptoms of a bacterial or viral infection: high fever, headache, sore throat, joint and muscle pain, weakness, and abdominal pain. We have isolated him in an isobaric chamber and observed a strict protocol. Although his condition is not within my area of expertise, I have been asked to document patient 818386's cognitive state. For better or worse, he does not seem fully aware of his physical condition. Dr. Atlas Moon, a veteran and student of the renowned Gerardus Milan, will perform genomic analysis of the microbe. Report confidential to Selaiah. Update on my previous report. The infection has progressed and patient 818386 is now bleeding from every orifice. At the same time, he does not seem to be in any pain. 818386 maintains his journal and converses with medical staff. Surprisingly, the language he speaks is Russian, which isn't listed in his professional profile. Perhaps his childhood regression in response to the trauma of his condition. Confidential to Selaiah. A18386 keeps falling into a fugue state. His vocabulary now extends to what can only be described as Proto-Mayan. Unfortunately, our records only cover a few of the terms he has used, and he cannot recall anything he spoke about after regaining full consciousness. To Atlas Moon. Dr. Moon, my report is attached for your perusal. The stasis pods of the 3 products I requested for study have just arrived. I will begin my observations post-haste. I'm convinced that patient 818386's recollections are real, even if they are not his. The live PS-139 isolated by Dr. Moon could have incredible medical applications. Following exposure, 3 products, 2 children and 1 adult female, started falling into the same dreamlike states experienced by A18386. The children began speaking fluent Russian and recalled events from a life in Severomorsk. I don't speak Russian. As though they witnessed them personally. Meanwhile, the adult female recounted an unspeakable sacrificial ceremony from what must be an exceedingly ancient culture. That's the end. That was a short one. Thankfully. The bulk has been fastened shut. Hatch. Transfer hatch through which specimens can be received or delivered. The tray folds up when not in use, sealing the hatch. Retrieve sample. On A3. Oh wait, is XX female? Because that looks, there's a male symbol on that XY.
These look like the creature Charlie found. If only we could make a new one.
So is AU the only A? Oh wait, this got the thingies on it. There's the spidery legs. Are we making one of these? Well, I mean, I know we're making one of these, but are we copying this? And it's got that weird tail. Of course, this one looks more like a rat tail, and the thing in the picture looks like this. Let's try the rat tail.
Specimen retrieved.
I don't understand how
Good
the
work, Mose. Good
notes
work.
are supposed
Doesn't look
to...
like the same creature to me.
It isn't. Merely a proto-specimen. Basic genetic engineering will be required, I'm afraid.
So I guess we were basing it more on the pictures than anything else, maybe? I don't know. Proto-scrubber, looks like someone got boogers on the plate. I want to take this to Mac, because I really do think we need to do something with the microscope.
As I said,
Oh.
basic genetic engineering.
This isn't exactly my wheelhouse, you know.
You are a smart Mac.
The smartest.
So, what? I need to combine these things somehow?
No. You'll need to remove the proper gene sequences from the proto-organism and implant them in the embryo version for gestation.
Like you said. Basic.
So it's okay. Now it said start with A1. A1, and I also had that jotted down. Extract gene cycle. Do I? Oh wait. Ah, damn it. Okay, so that's A1. But in the note, A1 was G1. And then SC. I don't see that though. I have the other stuff too. I feel like I've done something wrong. Can I start over? So let's start with A1. Let's just do that. A1. And then I've made notes from the blackboard. There's a U1, which I think I saw in here. Blue, green. I don't know. And then A1 was all green, but then I have a blue and a green, and then a green, blue, green. Blue, green. This one maybe. And then green, blue, and a little green. Which should be this. That's A1 though. Wait. Okay, there's another one that's all green. Little, big, little, big. Little, big, little, big. Is that over there? Little, big, little, big. What's this one? It's G1.
Is that?
Oh, well, I mean, I got it right.
Successful genetic engineering. Congratulations.
Smartest Mac.
It looks tiny.
It is in its infancy,
Oh, it's got a
but
clock
it is
on
in
it.
a maturation chamber. You simply need to wait for it to grow.
Not sure I like the sound of that.
So I think I got lucky. I wrote down all the little characters and labeled what color they were, and I just... Okay. I don't exactly understand that, but... Okay, so I can actually see it growing. I'm fighting the urge to smash it in the hopes that it won't eat our faces once it's popped out. What do the others have to say about it? Can we call it Robbie? Oh, it's changed. Wait, did it change? The maturation chamber accelerates the growth of the scrubber, therefore it should be fully matured pretty soon. I feel like it went black for a second there. Should I... Oh, wait, it's blue, mature. It's not winning any beauty contest, but we could use this to inseminate something, another scrubber, I assume. I kind of want to see what the others have to say about it, now that it's mature. Scrubber, bunny needs a scrub. Okay. Look, our scrubber is finally fully grown, and he is keen to get freaky. That's one way to put it, Mac.
Sorry, little guy. I don't think you're going to like the attention.
But he's keen to get freaky. So, did they mate to death? Docking ring. No power detected.
Hard link connected. Docking ring powered.
You have to be kidding me.
It has a lock.
Warning. 2% energy reserves remaining.
When do I catch your break?
Can you rig it? Can you...
Let me focus.
Okay.
This better work. Or I'm dead in the water.
1% energy reserves remaining.
Now what?
Literally,
Send electric
I'm
pulse.
afraid. My Charlie.
Hey there, Emily. Thank you for the raid. Send electric pulse. How do I send an electric pulse? How was your stream? I am playing Stasis Bone Totem. I don't think I can get an electric pulse with the with a toe tag. Oh, I thought I clicked it before.
I'm here. I'm in.
It's too close. It's too goddamn close. Language, Mac.
It's okay. I'm safe. I'm here. I'm safe.
Safe at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, that was too close.
Real air, Charlie.
Yeah, Moses. It's good. Oh, it's good.
Where are you now?
Alpha base. Alpha base.
You say that name in a way I don't like.
I don't like it either. Yeah, I see that you're playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. How is it? I've only ever played some of the first one. Oh, that confused me. I thought that was in the game at first. Hi, Chucky. Hey there, Hacked in Gaming. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, what am I looking at? The surface of this room has been choked by clusters of organic webbing. Bulkhead. The bulkhead's elephantine frame suggests it was built to allow for the transit and transport of equipment as well as the crew.
Recompression is in progress. Recompression is in progress. Recompression.
Hyperbaric recompression is in progress. If you couldn't hear, do not attempt to leave dock before procedure is complete. Okay, that's enough of that. The barely legible map suggests this small module was a staging point for deeper expeditions. Scribbled lines indicate a history of recorded exploration into the Alpha Base. This is Stasis Bone Totem. It is a point-and-click horror adventure. So, warnings for anybody who needs them. There's a lot of body horror. There's a bit of claustrophobia, and it does take place, even though you don't really see it, at the bottom of the ocean. So if you suffer from thalassophobia, there's that as well. We did just have some alien references. I think they were just references. We saw facehuggers and chestbursters. But the long and short of it is we are salvagers. We're a married team, and our departed daughter's mechanical bear that has been upgraded to be a very smart bear, the cleverest bear, Moses. We went to what we thought was just a rig, and things have gone sideways, very much so. Dealing with, they found like the researchers, whatever, like a fungus, I believe, that was creating what they thought were hallucinogens, but was actually like reverting them to the time period, like giving them memories of the people that were there before. And then it's just like mixing kind of religious idolatry with like science, and excavation, and experiments, and like human experiments, and it's just gone really, really weird. I read a horror book about being in a facility in the ocean. Hate freaky AF. This game has been very freaky. You didn't see the tower of screaming flesh at the very beginning, but you will see it when it's on, YouTube, and you can see at the very end of the episode that is on my YouTube. The mechanical, there's a lot of reading, so bear with me. The mechanical arm sits trapped within a nest of web strands, its captivity withholding its ability to perform maintenance and repairs. We've read that. Oh, we have a routing terminal. Let's read more, though. Retro suit. A sturdier yet retro design of this diving suit shows evidence that the expedition to this point was done at an earlier technological time. The various passages that lead out from the room all lie trapped behind a wall of rubbery mucus, the thick strands binding them into uselessness. I can actually show you the room where it all went down. This is Mac. We made a flamethrower. But this is where the Tower of Bodies was. A pillar of floral cartilage enthroned atop a pedestal, strands draped in a crown of mist. A malodor of dirt and fecal matter rolls off from it as gangrenous bile seeps from its dew-drenched form. So the giant hand is actually supposedly just a sculpture, but it does say that the texture is unnervingly accurate, and their folds and creases that bear an uncanny similarity to veins. And we did recently, as Charlie, we broke the bow of a old pirate ship into a giant maggot that was at the bottom of the sea that was blocking our path. But I need to go back to Charlie. We've been in that diving suit with like 5% energy for the longest time. Thank you for the spine line. I do have my chair pulled in because I've been so achy, but I was leaning forward a little bit, so I have straightened up. Thank you for that. Finish reading this. We read the crusted mucus. Rusted bench. The tool bench holds a welcome variety of implements, but unfortunately the salty air has depleted their usefulness to zilch. The old bulbous diving suit has been designed to navigate extreme ocean depths, its thick layers of metal plating allowing it and its wearer to survive pulverizing water pressures. Alright, we'll look at this first. Alpha Laboratory Manifest Control. Insert reading tag or blank card. I have this. Temporal frame, document scanner, atom flux infuser, scrap metal. What? No. No, hold on. I don't know what to do about that yet. Oh, this is blue. Cable clips. Oxyacetylene cartridge. Can I combine these?
Another day, another acetylene torch reload.
Could do it with your eyes closed.
The cartridge is barely full, and I don't think the torch frame is stable, so we better make this one count. What do I do with it? I don't know what to do with this yet. I don't want to mess this up. I don't know what to do with this yet. What else did we get? Cable clips. A lifeline from mechanics looking to resurrect expired machinery, assuming a charged battery is on hand. I wonder if it's waterproof. I think we need that with Moses. Because we have... So I don't need to be here. We need to go back to the guy trapped in the door. If these robots start talking to me again, I'm gonna lose it. Good. Because these are sparking.
Faran, I have opened your door using cleverness.
He's a
You
very
are my
clever
savior,
man.
Moses. I owe you a great debt. Hurry, my friend. But be careful. It is dark here.
You are in medical observation lab.
Medical observation lab. I will never remember these places that I'm in. I think that's where we came from. Take a look. What? Punch card. Punch card. Punch card. Only way to leave this... I don't know. Only way to leave this hell. The only way to leave this hell. Punch card. Okay. Board. The chalkboard is covered in a nest of indecipherable formulae and graphs. A cluster of tools, apparatus, and samples lie scattered between pencils and scrawled notes. The terminal is mostly used for storing images and something. Okay. More puddles of water. Puddles of water stain and corrode the lab floor while slowly dissolving bundles of discarded notes and documentation. I don't know about this Faran. So when we first started talking to Faran, it was through. The flesh-stripped body hangs from a cruciform frame, surrounded by halos of blood splatter. The exposed brain pierced by a wreathed crown of draped wiring. He didn't know who or what he was, and he was talking through like the earpiece of a corpse in an escape pod that malfunctioned. A tableau of dials and electronics connect an array of test tube fluids, whirring and clicking as they run their tests. A medical gurney stained with streaks of dried blood. The pair of bulky containers appear designed for high pressure or extreme temperature storage. They reek of spoiled flesh. Let's go to the terminal first. We'll ignore the skinless body. I wonder if that's part of the giant hand. May Cain guide my soul to the Nexus. Praise be to the Mother. Stop the voices. So, also for lore purposes, Cain, I believe, is the new god, the new religious figure, and the Nexus is the afterlife, from what I can gather. And then there's Mother being praised, which I guess is the stand-in for Mary, maybe? Don't exactly know what I'm looking at. It's changing color though, which is freaky. That looks like a water wheel. It's a couple of them. There's a brain. We've been dealing with brains. We just had to milk a brain to lure a creature made of limbs into like a hyperbaric chamber. Did I get this one? No. No, I did not. There's another PDA. Faran Rygo, research assistant. The cool mustache. The last of my equipment was just delivered. My transfer from the mule to this forward operation laboratory is complete. I am so exhausted. It's just me and the bots for the next 6 weeks. 3 decades of education experience and challenging work have culminated in this appointment. I should be grateful. At least I'm still gainfully employed. Besides, I no longer have to contend with Dr. Simpson or that ghoulish trophy of hers that seems to stare right into my soul. No more lectures in her office or snide comments about my work. The slimmest of silver linings. The sooner I acclimate, the better. The air feels heavy with ghosts. The well is a thing of beauty. Saltwater cascades from the meticulously carved ancient sculptures, spilling into the dark cavern below. A distinct smell rises from the darkness, like petrichor after rain. What could be down there? It's only been 4 weeks and I'm already talking to myself, and responding. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I hate being alone in this newly christened Omega Lab. Survey drones revealed a complex artificial structure 100 meters below, at the presumed bottom of the pit. This archaic machinery is still operational and milling something, at least according to the data. I'm sure the next team will descend into the pit and document what's going on, then keep it all hush-hush. I love petrichor, so that sounds nice. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all. I love petrichor as well. So much that I named one of my Dungeons & Dragons characters after petrichor. Actually, no, that was Pathfinder. My Pathfinder druid is named petrichor. Bots secured to the pod for its autonomous maiden descent. The vehicle is cutting edge, providing a near 360-degree view, no hollow interface, and leather seats. Kane spared no expense on this beauty. The suspense is killing me. I just have to explore the pit. Tomorrow's my best chance. There won't be any sectrons during the Kane Day festivities, and the techs will be too liquored up to notice. Kane Day. Here goes nothing. The left side of my face aches and my eye is twitching. I'm guessing this isn't normal. It feels like someone is forcing a viscous substance through my ear and into my head. Sorry, Emily. Jaw tightening, teeth chattering, relentless pain. Voice transcoded to Liza Simpson. Dr. Simpson, apologies for bothering you on holiday. I have been feeling increasingly anxious and distracted. Breathing is difficult. Earlier today I had a terrible headache and I think I started hallucinating. 2 days ago I took the pod down into the pit. A torrent of water prevented a full descent. I assume I passed out because I have no recollection of returning to Omega. I know I broke protocol, but is it possible to send a medical team to check on me? How is Reggie? Barely awake. Mr. Brygo, you will be transferred to a full-service isolation chamber on the Mule. As you admitted to willfully breaking protocol, the procedure will be charged to your account. The medics have quarantined me inside the Omega lab. They don't think the infection poses any immediate danger to others, but they're being careful just in case. My symptoms have gotten worse. It's difficult to move, although that could be from the meds. I have waking dreams and visions regularly, and my memories are becoming increasingly confused. The worst part is that I only recognize that a memory is suspect after reflection. For example, while the medics were fussing over me, I recalled a favorite quote from a film, only to realize later that I'd never heard of such a film, much less seen it. And the line wasn't even in English. Yeah, people who've been infected by, like, the fungal spores have started speaking Russian and getting memories from things that they don't believe, and then became like Proto-Mayan. And welcome back. Also, this is a very, very dystopian future. If you've ever seen Repo the Genetic Opera, it kind of reminds me of that, where if you need anything, basically, you are then indebted to the company, and your debt will also pass on to anybody in your family, and you're basically a wage slave until the debt is paid, which will never happen. You know, the future that we're all heading towards. Zydrate comes in a little glass vial. Love that movie. Okay. This experience has made me question all of my recollections since. I know bodies in stasis can share dreams, but I am very much awake. What's going on? Waves of shimmering blue wash over our offerings and join us in giving thanks. Bathed in such life, we sculpt totems to honor the gifts of the Eaten. Wrapped in the comfort of shadows, we whisper a profound reverence. I was remembering how we used to scurry in the dark. The smells of dust, sweat, and blood. The hymns we sang. When did we last eat? No. I am here, drugged, paralyzed. This prison of thought. Voices, singing, chanting. Church bells, drums. I remember it, but it doesn't feel familiar. I eat others. I am consumed by my comrades. I watch as my bones are broken time and again. No, that's wrong. Who am I? Volkov is looking at me, pleading for death. He sustained us, but he's come to his end. We're lost to the Republic, but our pride keeps us alive. It will guide them to us. We bury and thank him. I break my bones to feed us. I am eaten. I saw you, Charity. I need you to play Hellblade. Hopefully we get that. I'll probably keep the charity going until we hit it like I usually do. we're also going to be ending tonight's episode after we look at the body so soon, because my wife has work tomorrow. Who are you? I know you. One of me knows you. You've returned alone again. This is becoming a habit of yours. I hear the sadness in your voice, your talk of isolation. Am I your outlet? I appreciate that. I appreciate the company when I'm lucid, when I'm not lost in my memories. You sound worse today. You sound worse every day. Are you feeling guilty? You did this to me in anger and blindness. Hate. I feel hate. I feel gratitude for being allowed to remember. Loathing and peace. I want to hold you and comfort you. He draws me to him. I must break my shackles and descend into the well, across the bridge, through the dungeon and the bones, and on to the pulpit of God. Liza has been kind enough to give me access to the Mule internal database, read-only of course. It helps keep my mind sharp. She is very kind. I look forward to your visit. I have forgotten much about who I am. I don't trust what remains. This could be permanent once I am allowed to wake from this paralysis, and I am afraid, or I am terrified. I struggle to remember my family, to recognize which family among those I remember is mine. The clues return only rarely. I have a firm grasp now. I think I've captured them for the moment. Could you get a hold of my wife, Elizaveta? Send a message. Tell her I love her? Okay, that's the end of that. So, yeah, let's take a look.
Faran?
Oh my lord.
Where is Faran?
You are kidding me.
What is it? Turn on the lights so I can see.
The lights are on.
I don't understand. Why can I not see?
You have no eyes.
I am confused. Where is Moses? If you can see me, why?
You don't have a body. From what I can tell, you're just...
A central nervous system. Your brain, your lymphic system, that's... There's nothing else. You're in a pod. Alone. You're...
Wait.
I'm so sorry, Faran.
Wait, I can't... No, I would remember. I would
never remember this.
You're lying!
Faran.
You're lying!
Mose, back away from him.
Faran.
Liars!
Okay, and I think that's where we'll end it. We'll figure out what happens next week. So thank you.